So let's see.
Give me the order.
Maya, you're a sneaky, sneaky girl.
Can't hide from me.
It's like, where even is that thing in here? I assume it's probably up these stairs or something. Okay, so I mean, I know what I'm gonna try.
For the homeland. Huh. You were saying? You were saying?
Okay, avoid seer. It's like a little demi-lich skull throwing magic missiles at us. Getting summarily wrecked. Okay. Are we done? Combat over? Maybe not. But we're getting a chance to heal, which I'm okay with. Okay. Quick save. And we're just gonna, I guess, be pulling these things one at a time, such as we can.
For the homeland. Huh.
You coming? Yeah, you are. Okay.
Speak freely. Not a problem, Captain. You see that, Ishi?
Is that lich? Alright, we've immediately aggroed the lich. Alright, corpse eater first. Ranged people out of melee, please. Okay. Alright. Now. Wow, that did nothing. Misses the Ancient Lich. He rolled a 74 versus its 89. Holy shit. Okay. All right.
Might as well be hitting the water.
Yes.
This is futile.
Right, it looks like its fire resistance is its lowest, which I mean is very convenient for me on account of fireball.
Hitting the water.
What are you guys trying to even do?
On your feet now.
What do you need?
Man, this is a fight. How was I live like 3 hours ago? You just woke. I don't sleep, Pokey. I really don't. Yeah, I'm running on like I'm running on, I don't know, I got like 4 hours, 5 hours of sleep. And that's how I've always been. I don't really sleep well. I never have. And yeah, I have an early stream on Saturdays so that the Europeans can tune in more readily. not a husky and a cat to team up to solve crimes. That in and of itself is a crime. No, Femboy Wizard absolutely murdered. Yeah, I don't think we can do this. I think this is just beyond me right now. This wizard is just impervious to everything. Also, hey Jerry, good to see you. Welcome in. And a hydrate. Feel worse when you sleep longer? I would love to be able to sleep, but I just don't. I just don't. That's okay. Oh, and a stretch. Yeah. You got it, Hurricane. You got it. Okay, there we go. Better. Oh, we get to name the island. All right, chat. What horror are you going to bestow upon this tract of land? France. France it is. I think I just typed it with a backslash. I did. Thoughts on the undead? I mean, it depends like realistically they're horrifying, but they're some of my favorite enemies to use in tabletop games. Mermaid foot fetish. God damn it, chat. Uamuru. Oh man, somewhere else for us to get our asses beaten by a giant golem, maybe. What about being undead? Oh, I mean, it's okay. It's a living, kinda. You see what I did there? It's an undead joke. You wouldn't understand being living, but it's okay. It's funny. Haha. No, it's okay. You know, never having to worry about, you know, eating and stuff is nice. The non-corporeality is pretty convenient. You know, not having to feel anymore is really great. You know, just knowing only the cold numbness of eternal damnation. It's comforting in a way. I'm not making puns. I've never made a pun in my life, Pokey. You can't prove it. Nobody can. Oh god, there's damage in here and I don't know where it's coming from. But Adair is eating it admirably. He's being a good boy for me. Aloth, stop it. Aloth, you're being a very bad boy right now. Get away from that bat. Oh, good god. I've told you not to cavort with nature. You chain lightning nature. You don't make friends. My whole painkiller let's play is Ice and State Guns. I don't know what you're talking about. I have... Just the very thought of making a cold pun chills me to the bone. And I don't even have bones anymore.
My blood burns.
PETA's not gonna like this. That sucks for PETA. They don't like much. What about Adair? The party's over here fighting for their lives, and Adair's like, nah, I'm gonna just solo the boss. I can do it. I'm a big boy.
Guts in here, Captain.
I wear my man pants. And the party's like, the four of us managed to kill a bat. And Aloth is just standing around confused, doing his, I just filled my drawers wade through the water. Adair, you're not allowed to die, my friend. I'm sorry. Literally soloing the boss. No fucks given. Such is the power of a country drawl. He's canonically a big boy. He is.
As you like.
What'd we get? Ooh, a bow. Amiana's Legacy? Amiina's Legacy. Alright, what do we got? Accuracy, unfit for melee. Exceptional precision impact. Chance to daze on hit. And an increased chance to daze on hit if you're a dwarf. Interesting. And it deals crushing damage. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to use it, but
Of course.
it has been added to the collection. No, he's referring to the fact that Adair is actually, he only has one leg. But, you know, he makes it work. Make a Dwarven Hunter? Yeah. Just like hunters in WoW, you can just have all of the gear. Dark days. Dark, dark days. Okay, that was tame, I suppose, all things considered. Search the battleground. Wodika's Strangling Grasp. +2 might, grants Garrote. Choke the target, paralyzing them and dealing raw damage. Really? When it's done, they're prone. That seems really good. Twice burn, +2 burn armor rating, so some fire resistance on it. Huh, okay, I'm gonna throw those onto somebody. Ring of Minor Deflection, some shells, some crappy armor, and some fireworks. Neat! Plate armor that hunters can't wear, hunter item, 100%. Turtle WoW made Survival Hunter into a real melee spec, so they roll. Really? That's horrible. I heard Turtle WoW, I heard Blizzard was suing them because they've got all like the cash shop shit going. I'm gonna give these two a dare, I think. Ooh, misses to grazes though, maybe not. Swell can afford to lose some accuracy. It does actually, no, okay. Well, this was pretty tame. Very manageable. Didn't get to name it, sadly. A briny grotto. That can stay there for a minute. Was it suing them because they became bigger and people actually like their Vanilla Plus conch? Yeah. It's one of those things where companies will ignore like emulated servers and free servers and stuff until they start trying to monetize them. And as soon as that happens, they just immediately pounce. And like I can understand that. Like they're getting a little too big for their britches. I have a good friend that is super into Turtle WoW. I'll have to ask her what her thoughts are on it. It's not really my jam. I don't have the time to play like classic WoW anymore. I'm gonna sell all these potions. I've just been sitting on them the entire game. I will keep the grenades. Thank you, random town that is selling water and leaves. Buy all of my weapons. Raid nearby islands. Take their things. Capitalism ho. Worst you ever experienced was a warrior rolling and winning a purple gun because he needed it to pull. Yes. Oh, yes, that's glorious. Oh, they sit in Russia and you're... Yeah, in that case, Blizzard's not going to be able to do a whole heck of a lot. Realistically. Okay. I think that we were told that there are 2 islands out here we were supposed to sit, and I think we only got 1. Upon an island, I found a flooded ruin where liches dwell. Yeah, we did. Okay, but seriously though, I guess we can poke around. Colonialism, the RPG. Ain't it grand? We're arming the locals so that they can usurp control over their government and do things that are probably less than ethical. But we're the good guys. I mean, we didn't really survive so much as discovered there was a lich there and then ran away with our tails between our legs because it soundly soloed my entire party. So, I mean, technically survived. Any fight you walk away from, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. Is this a town? Or is this... What we have here? Mock Cow Landing. You disembark on a calm beach. A thick tree line ahead separates you from the deeper jungle. You see evidence that another landing party arrived here before. Booted tracks lead off into the jungle, though it doesn't look as if anyone returned this way. Well, let's listen. The beach is conspicuously quiet, and it takes you a moment to realize what's missing, the chirp or warble of birds. Then you spot it, subtle movement in the tree line. You're not alone. Charge the tree line screaming and waving a weapon over your head. Oh, that is hilarious, but no. I know you're out there. Let's talk about this. Several Awana warriors decorated with the face paint of the Wahaki calmly emerge from the tree line. Aloth studies their painted face and then looks to you with a meaningful expression. A tall warrior separates from the fold and pauses, giving you a severe look before approaching. Attack the trees. Just start lobbing fireballs into the trees. I mean, that would be the D&D solution. Because as soon as you're outside of town, everything is just experience points. But, you know.
To the wrong place, outsider.
Oh, you're threatening me. He clutches his weapon and stares down at you. I can already tell we have a problem. Now, greetings.
I do not care which island you call home. This one belongs to the Wahaki. You cannot have business on Motare Okozi. Leave before I feed your bones to the jungle.
Good God, step aside or I'll feed you to the jungle alive and screaming. I come for knowledge and take nothing but memories.
This is no library, Outlander. Death herself has touched this jungle.
Inform him we have renamed this island. Sir, this island is now known as France.
It seems you intend on letting the island do our work for us.
He lowers his spear in size, gesturing for the others to do the same.
I thought my message to the Huana Prince was clear. He needs reminding that to trespass on the jungle ruin is a death sentence.
He narrows his eyes at Swell. We'll be honest. I'm looking for a lost expedition and knowledge of the island Ukaizo. He shares a guarded look with the other warriors. Something private, buried under layers of exchanged looks and understanding, passes between them.
You will find only bones and ruin, blighted with decay, and worse.
Welcome back, Noel. I am happy that you had a good shower and are all clean.
The deeper jungle is fouled. Nature is wrong here. And your very presence makes her drool with hunger.
Her? He holds his silence, but his stare is full of warning. Okay. What's so dangerous about Motare Okozi?
We do not venture into the deeper jungle, but we know it for what it is. A place where nature has gone mad.
He lets the silence drag on until the point has its deserving
It
emphasis.
is not for me to explain the tales of our people, but I warn you to keep your distance. Motare Okozi has claimed more lives than you would guess.
Okay. Rolling in your stank today. Too tired to shower. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes that is just the way of things. He's a dick mainly because the island is foul. Instead of just warning us, I think he needs some flaying. No, we're not gonna flay him. Alright. How many?
Imagine a number. It is more, I say. This island soured in an age when tribes were vulnerable and separated from their kin. It grew teeth where none had sprouted before. Imagine the feast laid out for an opportunistic glutton.
Okay. Have you heard of the painted masks? He frowns at you quizzically. The other warriors shake their heads.
Worth a try.
Loth leans in close and shrugs. Why do the Wahaki protect this island?
You did not come here to learn our history, and I do not share our secrets with outsider filth.
Dude! So can I leave now?
You have done nothing to earn the trust of the Wahaki. I cannot look into the eyes of my chieftain and explain to her why I let you go into the jungle.
His eyes narrow and the grip on his weapon tightens.
Better for us both if I killed you now. We will give your body to the sea with all the rights that a worthy foe deserves. An outsider can expect no greater honor.
I suppose this is the end to our negotiations,
You
then.
should thank me for sparing you a death at the hands of the jungle.
Sir, I am going to walk through you and your minions, and then I'm going to hew a path through that jungle that your people will tell stories about in hushed tones in the future. Anyways, let's do some violence, chat. Yeah, we just turned him into pudding. Turned him into pudding too. Can we go 3 for 3? Yes, we can. 4 for 4. Do I believe? Ah, disappointment. And I took that personally. Exactly. Swell is very, very willing to be diplomatic, but as soon as you're like, no, we're gonna be an asshole and try to kill you, he's gonna like, I don't know, pull your teeth out through your asshole the hard way. There's no surviving that. There is no pity. Okay, let's go introduce ourselves to the jungle and see what kind of nature we can make friends with. Should trust you when it comes to flaying. No, I do not believe for a moment that you have my best interests at heart, Celt. I've been around you long enough to know. There's Matario Cozy. And we have a burial site that I am, of course, going to thoroughly loot. What do we get? Blight Heart. Oh, it's a rifle. You find a strange item on the ground. Vines twist about its length, holding it fast to the earth. You pull the vines away, and though you find them strangely resistant to your efforts, their removal reveals an arquebus of unusual make. Inaccurate. Crap criticals, unfit for melee is normal. Veil piercing, I have no idea what that does. Damage, okay, is pretty good. 20% chance to cast corroding damage cone AoE from self and hobble target. Binds with Chanter, Ranger, Wizard. Really? That might be fun. Speaking of Swell, you were reading your 2nd edition player's handbook. Oh, anything good in there? When did your counsel ever lead you astray? You're a good guy, DM. Yeah, okay. Hey, Silvernail. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Always good to see you about. Look at protection and a wardstone. All right, so this rifle, though, I think she uses. Yeah, she uses an arquebus. So this is just going to be a straight upgrade for Maya. Where is the thing? Or can she not use it? No, she can use it. Whose inventory is it sitting in? Nobody's. Where gun? That gun? No. No. There it is. I believe she is a ranger. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. So she can bind with this thing. Here you go. Have at it. Bind soul. Once bound, it cannot be equipped by any other characters. Yeah, okay. Cool. And it gains power as we do things with it. I had a couple of these items, I think, in the first game. I don't remember really ever doing too much with them. That's an interesting looking gun, I gotta say. Neat! What level are we? We are level 13. But outside spray painting buildings you primed or printed. Nice. Get them primed before it's too cold. You can paint them over the winter. That is very wise. I do the same thing. I have an airbrush that I use to prime things too, but it's just so much easier to do it with a rattle can. She was using a gray gun. Why do I... Oh, apparently it's getting really shitty outside. I just looked outside and it is like... It's freaking 3:30 in the afternoon. It's like pitch dark outside. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear the thunder, but I guess we've got a thunderstorm coming in. So if the stream just disappears, power probably went out or something. But why do I hate her? I'm
a pretty dwarf.
I don't actually have a reason. I quite like Maya. It was just me being a lackadaisical shit. I gotta stream with the dwarf again one of these days. Drag her into something on here. Noelle, I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. I just see that I have a DM from Noelle on Discord. Oh my god. And it's somebody posting a Discord saying, "Hey guys, I'm using old Magic the Gathering cards to make tokens for like tabletop D&D stuff." And it's somebody that punched a hole out of a fucking Black Lotus. Oh man. I feel that one. Yeah, but to answer your question, Noel, yes. I do like Magic the Gathering, but admittedly, I haven't been super into it since like the early 2000s. It's an expensive... Yes, Silvernail. The Black Lotus is probably one of, if not the most expensive Magic the Gathering cards that exists. At least it used to be. I don't know if it still is, because I know they had like the One Ring card and stuff recently, but yeah. Has to be fake. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that's probably... If anything, it's maybe a proxy card or something. But, yeah.
They'll fall by my hand.
Your nephew started so you can play without having to spend money on it. Nice.
I shall make it.
That's the only way to go with Magic. Unless you're... If you want to play, like, against AI, there's an application you can get on the PC called Forge, I think? I'd have to go looking. Is it Forge? Is it Forge? Yes, it's called Forge. And it has... It has AI players where you can build your own decks and stuff. I had a feeling, yeah, that is an image that physically hurts me. Not a fan. Not a fan. Why must you hurt me, Noel? We have found another cat, Lil Babs. +1 dex. Your party gains a deflection bonus against enemy attack. So the pets in this, I found out the reason there's so many of them, these were Kickstarter backer rewards. And so that's why we have all kinds of critters everywhere. It's fun. I'm glad you're having fun, Noel. You love her. Oh, we've got a ton of animals. We got Little Babs. We've got Misty. We've got Sheba, which is just a doggo. We've got Bernard. We've got Twix. We've got Peter. We have a bear cub. We have Prissy. We have a desert worm hatchling, and we have a baby boar that the game was going to let me feed to an Etten earlier. She looks like Artemis. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Similar to the short story, guys? Yes. Exactly that, Cell. I would rather just have the animals, honestly. Go for the eyes, boo! Go for the eyes! Then you gotta get the raw in there. Classic means. The Rotted Lady. Okay. Corrupted Earth, immune to his dex. Alright, how are you anything worth anything? I think we're gonna just kick the shit out of this one.
You should see this.
Olaf, what are you doing? Oh no, you're casting, okay. That's right, be a good boy, cast your Icy Death, but a little late because you're terrible and I'm disappointed in you.
No mercy.
Oh my. Is everybody going up? Come on, guys. Get up there. Oh my lord, where is she? Just sitting down here, drinking the swamp water, Maya. Come on now. I need you in the fight, please. The Rotted Lady. I'm not touching that one. Your sense of humor is rotten as is. Oh god. Oh my god, is that a cute little cat emote? Wow. Oh my god, adorable.
You were saying?
I had a sub to you, Val, just so that I can use your emotes. You're fucking adorable. Am I gonna do the DLC? I will neither confirm nor deny whether or not I'm going to do the DLC. It's gonna be how I feel by the time we're done with the base game, I think. I mean, this is obviously something of probable evil. Friend made it for you. Artemis has to be in the emote collection. You've got to pay the cat tax. You DM me a picture of your cat. I want to see this cat. I have heard the thing purring on your stream multiple times. That is enough edging. I need to see the kitty. Narian's Ward, only as many as you would like. I am always open to cat pictures. Any pet pictures, really. Father's Aegis. Incoming damage is reduced as health is lost. Ooh. In before a flood of over 9,000. I would happily receive 9,000 cat pics. The sad thing is that I don't really have anybody to give this shield to. I would give it to Goldleaf if anyone, but Defensive Beacon I would... That's only 1 armor rating? Really? Okay, no, we're giving it to Goldleaf then. Horny on main. No more so than usual. The inscription reads, Ngadi gifted her chosen people with dominion over water. Alright. So we... Oh, I missed loot back here. For shame. Well, that is also terrible. That is also just absolutely bad. Color puns now. Oh, there's the Valdi. Oh my god, kitty! Oh, happy kitty. Sorry, chat, you've lost me. I have cat pictures to look at. He looks just like a cat that my grandmother used to have, who was an absolute amazing cat. Oh, and Elil too. Hell yeah! More cat pics. The flood begins. Ah, this is a good day. She lets you rub her belly. Damn. Trust. So we just picked up this amulet, which is poison, disease, decay resistance, but everybody... It rustles my jimmies a little bit that all of the hirelings come with, like, unique gear and stuff, because I always feel bad replacing it. We have a pet channel in the Discord, so why... Because they're mine, that's why. That's why I'm going to hog the cat pics. They're mine. They're no one else's, but they're mine. Cats for days. Oh my god, Noelle, that is a woofer. Oh, a big old doggo.
Your orders?
Oh my god.
Just say
My heart. My heart. I am happy to interact with cats. I just don't want to own cats. I dealt with enough cats with my grandmother, but I will happily like let a cat sit in my lap or lavish attention on cats. And occasionally fireball them in video games. But we don't talk about that because people get upset. But you don't own cats, cats own you. Well, I do not want to be owned by a cat either. You're the same with dogs. Fair. I totally get it. Totally get it. The soul flits about in a hasty panic burst. It eases closer to you with anticipation. They laughed at your hours studying the runic script of the ancient Wana, but here you are poring over gold inscriptions while they scratch their heads. You promise yourself a good boast on the journey back to Neketaka. That dog is taller than me when it stands up. Oh yes, absolutely. I grew up on a farm, and we had... I don't know what you would call them. Like, we had farm dogs, and we had one, and his name was Puppy, and like I'm 6'3", and very much the same thing, where if he was on his hind legs, yeah, like he could fit my head into his mouth if he really wanted to. Terrifying. Oh, and more puppers. God. So many happy doggos and happy cats. Wonderful. Joy. So much joy. No one believes the Wana could have forged a device like the Golden Wheel, but you stay silent on the matter. The Angwithans built more for function than beauty, and this is art. Rotating the control disc and pressing panels had you so engrossed that you mistakenly entered the wrong combination. A slit opened in the disc to start charging a gas that brought you to your knees, coughing loud enough to summon a creature whose shape you could barely perceive through the haze of pain. Boasting would have to wait. You can also fit your head in your mouth. She's not. That's okay. That's okay, Noelle. I'm not gonna complain. Not a bit. Alright, what fresh hell is this? You posted a floof. Oh, did you post one on the Discord? Did you post one that you did? Oh, 16 pounds. That is a thick cat. Oh, with all the pretty hair and everything. Glorious. Glorious. I love animals so much. This massive golden disc is covered with intricate engravings and inscriptions. You're able to pick out symbols representing plants, wildlife, and boats, but there's no discernible order or meaning to their configuration. Well, let's read the inscription. To all wayward kin, far from family shores, let this chart point the way home. I am in fact a bear. Rawr. That your tribe may welcome you open-armed. Engravings remember what the dead forget. Take comfort in the sanctuary, read its teachings, and let knowledge guide the hand that turns the wheels. Oh my god, Noelle! Sharing rat videos! We had rats when I was a kid, and I fucking love rats so much. But I will never own rats because they only live a couple years, and they have so much personality, and they're such wonderful animals, and then they die, and it's just fucking sad. Had a hamster before your cat. She was a cutie too. Also throws out 5 more cuties. Yeah, that's the thing with like hamsters and gerbils is yes. They tend to multiply very, very quickly. Yes, yes, rats are super. I see what you're doing there, Huracut. I see you. I see you. A circular depression stands out from the rest of the disc. The stone ring in your possession looks as if it could fit, but not without another missing part. Alright, study the engravings. You can vaguely see different points in the engravings match up, forming a coherent shape, in spite of being situated on opposite sides. A depression in the ring resembling a control panel. Alright, that's the same thing. Rats make good pets. People freak out, though. One rat you seen taught it how to pickpocket. Yes, yeah, no, rats are incredibly, incredibly smart. But yeah, there are certainly some folks that don't understand that, like, they're just happy, loving little critters that want to eat and be happy and, you know, enjoy life just like the rest of us. In middle school, you had 2 hamsters, and one day you came home to 1.5 hamsters. Yeah, that's the other thing that can happen if you're not careful. The cannibalism is real amongst the little rodents. Sisters had a pet rat as kids. You're allergic to rats. Oh, that's sad. I am sorry, Brendan. Very, very sorry. All right, let's decipher the disc with the golden wheel we found. You hold the ring up to the control panel. It still requires the inner ring to make it function. Okay, so we're not ready to do this yet. We need to find more things. This has taken me back to the days of yore when our games came with code wheels. I wonder if I have any code wheels in my old DOS games. 'Cause I'm sure there are a number of you out there young enough to not know about the days of yore and how bad copy protection used to be. So, way, way, way back in the day, games would come with these code wheels, and it was like 3 layers, 2 or 3 layers, and you'd have to rotate them to basically get answers to copy protection. And it fucking sucked. Gonna have to dial a pirate. I don't know. I don't really dial pirates. I tend more to kill them. Ultima, and yeah, that's the other one, is where they'd have the icons and stuff in manuals. You have to go hunting for stuff. No, I wasn't done reading. What does it say? The inscription reads, "It is the charge of all living things to safeguard Adra. The gods will know us by our fealty to this covenant." Hello, kitty. The red paper, yes. The only games that I've ever played that went that route were actually like the old Wizardry games. I know that there were more, but yes, I might actually. I don't remember if they were still using it by Wizardry 6. I might have some of those. What do we have here? A pistol, and there's the other ring. Okay, cool. Cool.
Hey, watch out.
What? Oh. Why watch out? That's experience points. Well, not really, but ooh, there's something down here. Another Puigua tree.
See that, Ishi?
Do I try a fireball? We'll try a fireball. It's probably gonna... maybe. Ooh, Stormblade. That might be our living air that we need for our item enchantment. One fireball. Thank you.
I shall deal with this one.
Matt Mercer has an attractive voice. I know what you mean, yeah. Yep. Easy listening. It's got like a really warm tone to it. There's a reason he's popular.
As you like.
Oh, and there it is, Primal Wind. Alright. I believe it was this thing? And I just don't remember which one we were gonna go with. I think it was Forceful Gusts. Interrupt and knock targets prone, yeah. There we go. And oh boy, we got a Chivo for that. You may go. Man, that thunder. Matt Mercer. Matt Mercer's a voice actor, Silvernail. He's super active. A lot of people nowadays probably know him from Critical Role. He's the Dungeon Master. But yes, he is also half the party. He voices both Adair and Aloth in our current party.
Of course.
This fragment of soul vibrates with a sense of deep worry and hesitation. As you draw closer, it drifts towards you with a sense of blind urgency. You pant with exertion as you flee, clutching an ornate golden ring in both hands. The hip-deep water slows your frenzied escape, but you persist with some tattered memory of hope. A pained shriek rings out from the jungle. You turn back, distracted, and manage to run headlong into a towering form. The creature swivels her attention down at you. She plucks you up with a bony talon as she would a doll. Through the haze of disorientation, you make out her pitted face and milk-white eyes. Cackling, she snatches the golden ring and hangs it on a branch of a tall, gnarled tree. She tells you of the awful fate you'll suffer, feeding her grove, watering her children, but she makes it all sound like an honor. You wish you could believe her. The vision disperses in a cloud of pain and confusion. Okay. So, I mean, I think we already got all that stuff, so we're golden here. Here's another soul. Did we read this one? I think I might have read this one already. Maybe not.
I'll handle this.
Hypnotic fashion. The golden wheel weighed as much as Aethys' thumb, but you weren't leaving without a souvenir, something to put a smile on Director Castol's face. Then your booch crunched a soft femur in half, and you remembered, wasn't this island supposed to be abandoned? Maybe you didn't beat the Huana expedition in getting here. Suddenly the gold felt like dead weight. You rolled it into a cave for safekeeping. You didn't make it 10 paces toward the beach before something big, all crooked limbs and fetid breath, plucked you off your feet. When she squeezed you like a dish rag over a patch of thirsty vines, you bled out so fast that you forgot to scream. Jesus. Seems like a cool dude. Yeah, Matt Mercer seems pretty chill. Can we slide the wheels into the panel? The rings settle into place, fitting neatly around their central axis. The outer ring is inscribed with passages in the Huana runic language. Okay. 4 symbols decorate the inner wheel. They show pillars of luminous adra, the native koiki fruit, a depiction of the Huana water-shaping art, and a lovingly engraved island. The way they align suggests a relationship between the two. Something about the island catches your attention. The runes surrounding it are particularly elaborate, and every measurement uses it at a point of origin. It's Ukaizo. A set of dots on the inscribed panels in the outer ring suggests it could be rotated in sequence, starting from 1 and ending in 4. Oh no. Let's rotate the wheel. Oh no, it's a puzzle! No. I don't want to, video game. I really, really don't want to. The first inscription reads, though their roots grow from Rikuhu's lightless bowels,
your brain actually feels like
their yield is a welcome reprieve. Is it just Towers of Annoy? I don't think so. Towers of Annoy is actually a puzzle that I'm not, generally speaking, one to have too much trouble with. Alright, let's go for Ukaizo. You turn the wheels until the inscription matches up with the symbol of Ukaizo. The way the control panel sits atop the disc suggests that you could push this configuration down. Yeah, okay. You press your weight on the panel, and deep inside the disc you hear the rotation of heavy parts. The gold ring springs back up, ready to be spun again. Oh no. I don't... What? Our covenant a safeguard? The petrified limbs are the health and safety of the Deadfire. Maybe that's the Luminous Adra? Groaning of gears once more. Ngati gifted her chosen people with dominion over her dark and turbulent kingdom. Okay, that's the water shaping. A cacophonous grinding sound builds from somewhere deep beneath the disc. Whether this indicates a favorable outcome or not remains to be seen. Our origin, our destination, our home. Wherever we go, she is the horizon. It's the fucking Koiki fruit. Yeah, and you're forced to wonder whether or not you fucked up. Yeah, we did. Noxious gas billows, burning your eyes and causing you to reel back. Swell was injured. Alright. So, there you... Alright, so this is the Koiki fruit. Okay. Petrified limbs are the health and safety of Deadfire. This has to be the luminous... No! Ooh, good thunder there. I don't... Because the last one, the thing that they said they all return to, that might actually be the Adra. But I'm going to assume that this is the Adra here. Okay, then we have the Water Shapers, and then Ukaizo. Wherever we go. No, this has got to be the Adra at the end. Yeah. Oh, no, maybe not. Manipulating the control panel has rotated the rings of the massive inner disc into a new configuration, one that lines up with neat precision. The engravings intersect in a manner that forms the shape of the Deadfire. The emerging image is not exactly a map, but an index of islands and coordinates originating in relation to each other. You recognize several of the sighted locations as containing nothing but open water. Charting a path by this obsolete system would be impossible. The word Ukaizo stands out from the other islands. You take a rubbing of the disc in its completed form. Judging by the surroundings, this coordinate system has gone untouched for millennia. Your finding may be of interest to someone. Okay. Whether or not the treasure should be available to anyone who happens by is another matter. The gold rings... Rawr. Are resolutely locked in place. Do we break them? I think we break them. We break them. You find a heavy rock and hoist it above the disc. Smashing the rotational mechanism would guarantee the navigational secret remains yours alone. Did an ancient golden map kill your papa or something? Maya turns to you and furrows her brow. Smashy smashy. You bring down the rock, splitting a mighty crack down the stonework. Something inside slips free and tumbles down a great distance. Your next blow falls harder still. The ancient disc crumbles and collapses under its weight, rendering the rotational mechanism useless. The navigational chart is neither functional nor recognizable in its current state. Its secrets are safe. Alright, well, now we have our map to Ukaizo, I guess. Or at least something that will approximate getting our derpy asses there. Let us away! Everybody doing their poop walk. Wonder what happens if you don't smash it. I would imagine one of the other factions might come here, because we're not the only people that have been looking for a way to get to Ukaizo. And I want to say that we were hired, I think, to come here and find this. So, since we are the only ones that know it now, that's a point of leverage for us, I guess. Because, hey, you know, we smashed the thing. Although I'm waiting to come out of here and see, like, a huge blockade waiting for us. And I mean, if that's the case, I'm gonna kill everything that moves. No, we look good. Alright. Never finish anything, you have black belts in many martial arts. Boo! Boo! Terrible. Just 0 out of 10. Cancer, death, murder, suffering. Endless, endless suffering. Oh, do we have more violence? Who are you? Royal Deadfire Company. I think you guys are friends, aren't you? I thought you guys were friends. Alright. Fine. We'll do this then. Sailing offers a welcome retreat from Matare Okozi until the silhouette of an advancing ship grows clearer on the horizon. The winds turn against you as the pursuer, a well-equipped Roughton junk, closes the distance handily. The flag of the Royal Deadfire Company waves proudly. A placard on the hull identifies it as Benevolent Aegis. Whatever the prince can do with your map, I'd wager the Hazanui can do better. Yeah, here it is. Shrugging, Amaya snaps her spyglass shut. Loud percussion, followed by the splash of water, announces a cannonball fired across your bow. Stand down and prepare for inspection. Okay. No, we're fighting. A battle cry lips, your steel chat towards the advancing vessel and prepare for battle. Oh, we're just immediately boarding these guys. Sorry, Captain Pi, you're only level 9 and I'm gonna just absolutely base roll you. Prepare to, yeah, exactly. That rubbing is just gonna mysteriously disappear. Captain Pi is soon to be in pieces. Indeed. Alright, do we have anything? I think this is going to be pretty brief. Ooh, that fireball. That fireball just made a mess out of those two guys. Glorious. Oh wow, that was brief. That was brief. Let's see, anything worth anything. We took one of their hats. And a Weather Mage Grimoire, which actually isn't too bad. The higher level stuff's decent. Alright, we're taking it. Easy. Okay. Not really too interested in that shipwreck. I just want to map a little bit more here. See if we can find these other islands. It is not... I don't know where the hell it could be, unless it's further up this way, maybe? But I don't think it'll let me travel. It feels like this whole chunk of the map up here is just... end game. Here we go. What do we have here? Adventure. Wonderful. I will take it. Let's go ahead and dock. Let's go ahead and save. Let's see. I can't believe we've only been streaming this for 7 weeks. It feels like longer. Not bad, but longer. I do think, though, that I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream here.